Hi Gemini, I hope that you're all doing well. Before we get into it, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. Looking at the Tower in the pre-shuffle, something that you're not expecting happening. Maybe something surprising. The Five of Swords. The Five of Swords could have you, if this is your energy, you may be feeling in a place where you like even have to defend yourself, or maybe you feel like someone's being kind of critical or hard on you. You can also be doing this to yourself as well, but something is stressing you out. Regardless of whether this is like coming out solely internally or you're seeing it internally and also externally, this is about being in an environment where you feel you're not getting the support that you need, or you feel like you're not in a safe space. Because I'm seeing some stress related to like a lack of support even. Because at the bottom of it, that's what I see this card as being. It's like someone that's not trying to help other people out. And this can be like you not trying to help yourself out. Maybe you don't feel like you can hold space for other people right now. You're feeling pretty stressed out. Maybe you snapped at somebody. It doesn't have to be to that extent, although it can be. We're all human, right? And maybe because you're doing something new too. Sometimes that can be stressful as well, because we're not... Like, when we start something new, we haven't created familiar patterns that we associate with the new thing yet. And so it can feel a bit ungrounding or destabilizing as well. Maybe you're also trying to do something for yourself and you feel like somebody's saying something about it. Or it's like you were looking for validation maybe from somebody and you're not getting it from them. Sorry, I had a piece of O's hair caught in my lip gloss. O is my cat, for anybody that doesn't know. Yeah, so this new thing that you're starting, you may feel like you're doing it on your own. You may feel like you don't have the support that you need, and there's a whole lot of stress that you're feeling that's associated with this. So it feels almost like you recognize you want to do something like creative, something empowering, something where you feel in touch for yourself. However, there's like something else going on that feels like the opposite of the type of like support or validation that you're looking for. This can absolutely be a negative self-talk space if this is purely internal. This is about figuring out whether something is right or not for you, because you may be getting involved with something or someone, and maybe the reason you're feeling the way you are is because it may not be a great fit for you. It's like, if this is not working out for you, especially if this is like, I'm hearing power play specifically, for those of you that you are thinking about having or continuing a connection with someone, or starting a connection with someone that is not empowering you, you're being guided to let this go. Because I'm seeing this be something that you're catching quite early on, and it looks like a bit of a red flag to me for those of you that this is talking about a relationship. You're on somebody that has like a jealous type of energy. This is not someone that's trying to see you shine. And you would know that because when you do things that like you feel good about, or like when you're feeling good about yourself, this person would have something to say about it that would kind of like deter you. So they would be like encouraging you to like possibly not even feel good about yourself, things like that. This can be like a pretty selfish energy. I'm hearing unlearned. Spirit is protecting you. I'm seeing you be like barricaded off from this person's energy by Spirit. Could have something going on with a Taurus. I'm also looking at Venus here. This is a lot of Venus energy. Ooh, there's an ending. Feel guided to do this. This is like for your own empowerment, I'm seeing. This can be... This can also be like removing yourself from a victim mentality as well. It's like wanting to empower yourself rather than like be victimized, or like even be caught up in I'm hearing that dogma, being caught up in like the duality of that type of thing. But yeah, it seems like there's a move to get away from this energy in your life that's been holding you back from exploring yourself in the way that you want to. I'm seeing this energy almost be kind of like lifted off of you, Gemini. So as soon as you have this ending, you hop right into a new beginning for yourself. It looks like this is something that you wanted. I'm seeing something new that you're going to be starting. Like some type of new like project, venture, connection. This is something you'd feel excited about. It feels like finally getting out of a cycle that it looks so unpleasant, whatever this was that you had going on with this person or with this energy. Now you have to wait for something to come through. I am seeing it be on its way. Like, this is how I'm seeing it. You end whatever it was that needed to be ended, or it comes to an end, and then there's this sense of like starting some type of new project or something that you feel excited about, and then you have the new beginning. So it's like you step into this new chapter. Somebody comes through and offers you something, or like gives you some type of like proposal, something like that. But you have to wait for it. Don't rush the process of this. I think that you're learning more and more about like what's in alignment for you and what feels empowering to you. And also it seems like we're going through a weeding out process right now of like what's bringing your energy down, because I'm seeing the 5 of Swords in the beginning of this spread. I'm just seeing this as an energy that you're around that really just weighs you down. And this is somebody too where it's like you could be having a great day, and then you have a conversation with this person, and then all of a sudden you feel like a rain cloud is above your head. And that's something to be mindful of, because we are absolutely affected by people's energy, and maybe this person just is not in a place right now to be able to I don't know, maybe there's just something going on with like the energetic exchange that you're not meant to be around this person right now, or to like take some sort of break. For some of you, I am seeing that like you're actually ending something completely and you're not going to be going back to it. Seems like something needed to be said or addressed, and I'm seeing this happening. Yeah, I don't know if you know that yet, but this ending is what's coming to fruition. But you're being guided to like really ride the wave right now of what's going on. Like, don't force anything, don't rush anything. It only creates resistance when we do this. We have to go with the flow and make decisions in alignment with what we feel is right for ourselves. What's in alignment with the highest good. So But yeah, when you feel like panicked into having to do things or needing to rush things, as I say that, I'm looking at this little guy out here poking out. This kind of is shadowing the Aries reading a little bit. If you feel guided, definitely check it out. I'm seeing some similarities with the Taurus energy, and these two cards came out next to each other there too. And they actually both popped out together, which they did right now too. Yeah, I'm seeing you letting go of this rushing energy. Like, this whole sense of, like, we gotta force it to make it happen, or, like, do it quick, or I don't want it at all. This is all changing. Because in order for you to, like, get the type of stability, I'm hearing, in order for you to be granted, I'm hearing granted specifically, the type of stability that you are looking for, this whole, like, rushing through things is not going to be happening anymore in a way where there's, like, panic being induced. So this is, like, our anxiety as well. It's like, feel like you need to rush to make a decision, rush to get something done. You feel impatient with the way that things are timing out. So it's like you're trying to put the pieces together as quickly as possible. This is about taking a back seat from that and understanding that when we are trying to attract certain things in, when we are not, like, in the flow with everything, you're basically trying to swim upstream while the flow is going in the opposite direction, and you're just making it more difficult when you're meant to actually be going downstream with the water. And so this is about surrender. This is about allowing things to happen and being like a guiding force where there is ease and where you feel it's natural for you to be a guiding force rather than trying to punch through a wall here. I'm seeing, like, a lot of patience being exercised too. This can also be with the people around you that you've been dealing with that are more difficult energies for you to be working with, and doing so in a way that you feel good about, and also creating boundaries so you're ending dynamics that you feel are unhealthy, dynamics that you feel are codependent, dynamics that you don't feel good about being within. And this can also be dynamics with yourself too. It doesn't have to always be other people. And I think the relationships that we have anyway with the people around us are also just reflections of our internal relationship dynamics between us and ourselves. So I'm looking at Venus, Taurus, Sagittarius, Scorpio. Yeah, this is very, very similar to what came out in the Aries reading. I think there was just like a slight deviation from the major arcanas that popped out. I was also looking at Pisces on the bottom of the deck. I have a strong feeling that something's coming to fruition that you don't know about yet, and you're going to have to wait and see how this thing pans out, because I'm getting that you're not supposed to know right now. I'm also seeing a very direct conversation happening with somebody that you're close with, and you may have some sort of like commitment to this person, but I'm seeing boundaries being set, and I'm also seeing someone potentially, like, for some of you this is some type of move that's being created. But you may also be communicating with someone that maybe you don't feel fulfilled within a connection or a commitment that you have with someone. This can be a marriage even for some. I'm hearing arraignment. I'm also hearing arrangement. I'm a little bit puzzled right now seeing how this is coming through, because it's like, if you have the Four of Wands, why are you walking away from it? But it looks like there's more to the story. Because the Four of Wands is like, you feel like you're in a relationship with someone that's committed and that's harmonious, and you feel like somebody understands you, and there's a sense of, yeah, like committing to being with someone or being a partner or being a teammate. And there's a sense of like, maybe that's not what you want anymore and you're walking away from it. And maybe you feel like you have to get into character in a way with this person that doesn't feel good to have to be with the Queen of Swords here. It's like maybe you feel like you've had enough of advocating for yourself with this person and you just feel like it hasn't been being heard. And so you're dipping out, possibly. We're gonna get more on this and see more yeah. For some of you, I am seeing like a marriage here, some type of commitment. I'm also hearing ceremony. I'm getting double confirmation of Libran energy here with the Queen of Swords and the Justice card. Yeah, this is all about you making sure that you get what you feel is like balanced and equal to you, because it seems like something's been going on with someone where you may not have been getting that, and that's why you don't feel satisfied. It's like you feel like you give and you give and you give, and you're not really feeling like you're, I don't want to say getting anything in return, meaning that this is a transactional relationship, but it seems like whatever it is that you are looking to get, that is not what you're receiving. It's like maybe you don't feel like an equal within the dynamic. Maybe you feel like there's just like some sort of imbalance and you feel like you're at an impasse with somebody, and maybe you feel like you've been there for quite some time. And you know that in order for you to get what you're looking for, in order for you to get what you want, that you have to take charge of this situation. Unfortunately, for some of you, that means like you actually, I mean, fortunately and unfortunately, it's like sad to have to walk away from something because it doesn't work, but at the same time, there's also power in that too, because clearly like you're not getting something that you need here, and you're understanding that you have to take it upon yourself in order to do that. And so that's why the walking away has to that's justice. And justice is like you taking control and doing something in this situation. It's not like sitting around, because I'm seeing that you could have had like a lot of previous conversations with this person, like telling them exactly what you're looking for, your boundaries, your needs, and it's like they continuously fail to show up when you've articulated it very clearly to them. And so there's this sense of needing to finally walk away from this situation. And like that is the justice, that it seems very much like the natural consequence, like the natural karma of this situation is you walking away. And it's not to like be a type of way towards this person that you've been with. It's about like you actually understanding that it's your responsibility to meet your own needs, and because you're not finding it there, you're gonna go find it elsewhere. This is what I'm seeing. So yeah, maybe even on the outside, like somebody looking in would be like, well, why would you walk away from this relationship or whatever, but it's like something much, much deeper than just like a surface level thing I'm seeing. Because there's a lack of fulfillment within the connection, and there's a lack of like feeling even valued, and it's like, how are you going to be with someone that you don't feel valued by, you know? And maybe this is even a matter of like two very different love languages as well, with someone, like a lack of compatibility. Because I'm like not, so far I'm not reading like any animosity energetically. I'm seeing it be like, this is not even about the other person. This is all about like you and your needs and you doing what's best for you. So it's not like anything vengeful or like that. It's like actually an empowering move that you're making, which also includes walking away from this thing. Which really makes total sense. I'm seeing you be like very organized and level-headed with like what you're doing. I'm seeing this be like very, very well thought out as well. And it's going to be like natural too when we have emotional connections with people. There's always a sense of like internal conflict walking away from someone that we're familiar with. Walking away from somebody that we care about, but it needs to happen, because I'm seeing that healing is going to be taking place as well, and this is about like you. I'm seeing like you definitely like set boundaries, or you communicated something like, if this doesn't change, like this isn't working for me. Like I'm seeing you like could not have been more articulate or communicated this in a better way. So just so you know, like I'm seeing such a direct, transparent energy here with you. What I'm seeing is that it seems very important that you hold up like your end of the bargain, meaning if you told someone like, hey, this isn't working for me, if this doesn't change, like I'm leaving, it's very important that you follow through with whatever boundaries and consequences that you set, because I'm seeing this is like where the healing takes place, and I am seeing this be very, very important. Because you could too, like for some of you, I'm seeing like definitely a partner that you're with that kind of like, I'm seeing the King of Wands here. It's like when you first met this person, you would have been like really, really attracted to them and the way that like they did things, and you could have seen them as like, I don't know, just a big energy that you couldn't miss. And now I'm seeing you may look at this person as being somewhat like entitled. Like I'm actually seeing this guy here. They gave me a vision of like somebody just sitting around really and not doing anything, and this is somebody that may like make demands, but it's like they're not really doing anything. Like I'm seeing a very complacent energy with the King of Wands. That's not to say you aren't still attracted to this person, but I'm seeing like something going on with like the attitude. I'm getting entitlement like really big here. It's like this person just wants to like sit around sometimes and not do anything, and like maybe you're even like running all around and doing stuff, and it's like they still aren't like showing you or showing up in the way that you've asked them to very clearly. I'm seeing there definitely be heartbreak surrounded by this, especially because I'm seeing this be hurtful because you also know the potential of this person and how when they make an effort, they do meet your needs. However, I'm not seeing this person be making an effort, and I'm seeing that be like the most painful thing here. Like I'm reading this purely energetically. This is what I'm seeing with this individual. And that is why it feels so sad, because I'm still seeing like at least you, I'm getting that it's mutual, the spark that you feel between you and this person, but it has to do with their behavior. I'm hearing complacent again. But yeah, you setting boundaries, you had advocated for yourself, you set boundaries, you following through with the consequences. As I said before, I'm seeing this is going to be healing something really big for you. Especially like when it comes to the heart chakra. Because it seems like a lot has gone down between you and this person, and like it's time for you to start, like I'm hearing recovery, your healing journey now in relation to like this particular relationship that you've had with this person. And know too that your intuition is leading you right, that this was the right decision for you to be making, this was an alignment for you, and that you're going to find what you're looking for. You're being guided to continue following your intuition. I will say this too, something to pay attention to as well. If you're with someone and the only time that they start showing up is like when you're threatening to leave and things like that, that's also something to pay attention to as well, because that's usually a pattern. And it's something that we can be like playing into as well if we continue like going back and forth. It's like very much a like cat and mouse game, but it's something that we may perpetuate and sometimes subconsciously. So I'm looking at Libra and Aquarius here. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody, if you had a marriage with this person, you could have like really felt a difference after 4 years. Like I was seeing a 4 and an 8 have like some type of significance. But it's like maybe you felt like things were good until about like 4 years in even, and then like something shifted and you felt like you weren't getting what you needed or finding what you needed. And maybe for some of you too, you could have even, I don't know, something significant about the number 4 and then the 8. Yeah, okay. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.